Okay, next we're going to do a little shakeup of the agenda. We're going to start with Jeff and his general manager's report, and then that's going to be followed by item 11B, which is recognition of the woodshop. So Jeff, if you could give us your report.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So this month, I wanted to just take a moment and recognize that there are incredible amount of good things that are going on in Rossmoor on a monthly basis. And many of those things are only successful due to the efforts by a number of clubs and residents that put a lot of energy into these events. This last month was Pedestrian Safety Month, and due to the efforts of Lynn Carruthers and Neighbors for Safer Streets, we had a number of really good events, great turnout by the community. The event, Coffee with a Whole Lot of Cops, was a packed house. But I really also want to take a minute to thank the Walnut Creek Police Department for their efforts and turnout. And those that are driving around Rossmoor, keep an eye out, because they have definitely been here in force lately on the streets. So I want to thank them for that. The other activity that took place recently was the Diversity Festival. This is now an annual event, and it is really a cornerstone event for Rossmoor. It highlights the many different cultures and clubs and events that take place. There is a steering committee of Mary Taylor, Joseph Isley, Liliana Rosing, Vina Kashal, Judith Schumacher Jennings, and Tina Carrion, who worked with both our Recreation Department and Z De Leon, and really did an outstanding job. Despite some weather, they still had a fantastic turnout, and I want to thank them for all those efforts. And in a minute, Ann Matola is going to come up and do a little recognition, but if you have not been to the Dollar Clubhouse recently and to the back patio, there was significant effort to redo all the trellis work there, and it looks fantastic. And we want to thank the members of the Rossmoor Wood Shop that assisted in redoing some of those details. So we'll take care of that in a minute. And then we are also going through a huge effort right now in doing preparation work for our new website. And we had videographers and photographers out over the last week doing a lot of work capturing video and pictures and images of Rossmoor residents doing their thing and having a good time and using the amenities. So there's a lot of folks that were involved in that, but especially want to thank Linda Register. She's a member of the marketing task force. She helped highlight a number of the homes for a series of the videos that we will be highlighting on the website. So there's just a lot of good things, but they are really due to the efforts of a lot of folks. So we thank them for their continued effort within the community. So now I'd like to have Ann step up, and we're going to actually recognize a few of the folks that helped us with the dollar improvements.
And I want to just give a little backstory, because after yesterday's new residents fair, there may be new residents that don't know about the Dollar Clubhouse. But if you were to go to the outside of the clubhouse, there are arbors. And on the arcs of the arbors are all of this intricate kind of scroll work. And so the facilities team wanted to put some time into the Dollar House. They replaced the solarium doors, and they were doing some, power washing of the building and the arbors. And there's certain work that they could repair, but then they noticed all this scroll work, and it's rather intricate. And the team was like, we don't know how we would fabricate this, but John Wraith, who's our supervisor and who has been here longer than any of us, said, hey, I think back in the day, the woodshop supervisors did that. So I reached out to Tim Andrew, who's the president of the woodshop supervisors, and he was joined by Tim Beckett, and we met to talk about what the scope was. And they're like, yeah, we'd love to take it on. And so it's not just the scroll work, there's a ton of bells that they had to, recreate as well. But the club together put in over 100 hours. I think it was 102 hours of volunteer effort in order to do this, and there were 7 different members. But we do want to recognize the club as a whole, but also Pierre Boyer, who's here, who contributed, I think it's 60 hours. So of the 100 hours, he contributed 60 hours, and he coordinated the effort. And Tim Beckett's with him as well, and he contributed 20 hours. So the other 5 people, they gave about 5 hours each. But it was a tremendous, impactful donation of talent and time. So, yeah. I'm just going to make them be seen for a second so I can give them a certificate. Oh, here's Tim. That's for the club? Thank you so much.
I would just like to say that the woodwork looks stunning, and we've put up some tube lighting up there to highlight it, and it's a refreshed look of the patio, and I just want to thank the gentlemen for all their work, and females, who did the work on the project. It's really an enhancement to that back patio. Any other comments on that? Dwight?
If I could just say that Tim Beckett is actually Tom Beckett, and he's my neighbor, and he does a lot of great things in our neighborhood as well. So thanks, Tom.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, moving on, we'll be doing, let's see, where are we? Item 7, Members Forum.